Welcome to the Folktale Project. This is Dan Scholes. This week we're off to North America and the United States, and in particular, the southern states. This week we'll be reading from Charles Skinner's Myths and Legends of Our Own Land, Volume 5, Lights and Shadows of the South. And this collection is really a set of ghost stories. And our first tale is a ghost story that is so sad and so familiar. This is Lake of the Dismal Swamp. Drummond's Pond, or the Lake of the Dismal Swamp, is a dark and lonely tarn that lies in the center of this noted Virginia morass. It is, in a century-old tradition, the sticks of two unhappy ghosts that await the end of time to pass its confines and enjoy the sunshine of serener worlds. A young woman of a family that had settled near this marsh died of a fever caused by its malarial exhalations, and was buried near the swamp. The young man to whom she was betrothed felt her loss so keenly that for days he neither ate nor slept, and at last broke down in mind and body. He recovered a measure of his physical health after a time, but his reason was hopelessly lost. It was his hallucination that the girl was not dead but had been exiled to the lonely reaches of this watery wilderness. He was heard to mutter,
"I'll find her, and when death comes, I'll hide her in the hollow of a cypress until he passes on."
Evading restraint, he plunged into the fen, and for some days he wandered there, eating berries, sleeping on tussocks of grass, with water snakes crawling over him and poisonous plants shedding their baneful dew on his flesh. He came to the lake at last. A will-o'-the-wisp played along the surface.
"'Tis she!"
he cried.
I see her standing in the light."
Hastily fashioning a raft of cypress boughs, he floated it and pushed toward the center of the pond. But the eagerness of his efforts, and the rising of a wind, dismembered the frail platform, and he fell into the black water to rise no more. But often in the night is seen the wraith of a canoe, with a firefly lamp burning on its prow, restlessly urged to and fro by two figures who seem to be vainly searching for an exit from the place, and that are believed to be those of the maiden and her lover. And that is the Virginia folktale of the Lake of the Dismal Swamp. And as I said, it's sad. It's a little depressing, but my goodness, it is such a sweet tale of love and loss. This is Dan Scholes for the Folktale Project. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Overcast, anywhere you like to get your podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at Folktale Project. You can find us on Auto Radio, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you like to listen. And you can always head over to folktaleproject.com, where you'll find a new story waiting for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As always, thank you so much for listening.